Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Welcome to season 3, episode 23 of the podcast, guys. Today, guys, we're gonna be talking about post-match games. We got some crazy games we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Real Madrid, especially with Valverde, man. This guy is a cheat code. We're gonna talk about Real Madrid, including around Valverde. We're gonna talk about Paris Saint-Germain, a beautiful game we had this weekend. I want to talk about a few of our players and then Mbappe and Messi with contract extensions. I want to talk about the Serie A. I watched the Roma versus Napoli game. What a game that was. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Premier League, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, also Chelsea versus United, and then UCL predictions. We got football news, which is around the post-match talks. Like when we talk about the team, we're also going to talk about the football news. And then, like usual, to end off the episode, we're gonna end it off with a photo. Guys, before we get into today's video, make sure you have the FIFA Flow podcast saved somewhere. I forgot to actually put it here once again. So, but still, guys, this is the home of the FIFA Flow podcast. You have access to everything here. But I did post it on my I did post it on the story, guys. So to be fair, I did say it, but just not on the FIFA Flow podcast. But if you guys didn't have access to my Instagram, it is on the website. So as long as you have the website, you have access to everything related to the FIFA Flow podcast. This is the home of the FIFA Flow podcast. You can have links to everywhere and stuff. And we're hoping to expand it all from here, guys. Let's get right into the video. Let's just get right into the video. Let's start off with the easy league, the Serie A. I don't want to go crazy like in the Premier League and stuff. Let's start off with the smaller games. And first, we got Roma versus Napoli, and yet, guys, Napoli have yet to be defeated. They have 0 losses, 9 wins and 2 draws, top of the Serie A of the Italian league, just under AC Milan, guys. So honestly, Napoli have been killing it. And to be fair, when Kalidou Koulibaly left Napoli, we got Dries Mertens. Also, I think Dries Mertens was at Napoli. He also left Napoli. Everybody thought Napoli are screwed because I think like Kalidou Koulibaly, one of their main players, if not the main player in the back line for Napoli. So when even in the attack, I think Dries Mertens. If we take a look, Dries Mertens, I'm pretty sure he played. Yeah, he played for Napoli. Same with Insigne. Insigne also, if we look at Insigne, Lorenzo Insigne also played for Napoli. He went to Lorenzo Insigne going to Toronto. What a random deal there. Dries Mertens going to not Shakhtar. What's the team? It's a Turkish team. I forgot the name of the team. And then Kalidou Koulibaly going to Chelsea. So everybody thought, oh, Napoli, they're going to be screwed. They're in the mud. And especially having a UCL group like this with Liverpool, Ajax, and Rangers. Everybody thought, oh, Napoli might be screwed here. But in fact, Napoli, for, what is it? They only like 50 million or like 15 million even. They got this guy here, Kavar, the Georgian left wing striker. This guy has been killing it. One of the best players. Osimhen is on fire as well in the attack. He's getting some more playing time now that Lorenzo Insigne and Dries Mertens are gone. And then this South Korean defender here, Kim. This guy is one of the best. Like he's the perfect. They found the perfect replacement for Kalidou Koulibaly, and they got all these players for less than they sold. I think that it was like they got it for way less, like half the price of what they made this year. So they made like 50% profit from what they sold this year. And that's great. That is really, really good. Zielinski, you got Ndombele, who came from Lyon last season. I think that's a great signing as well. I think Ndombele in the midfield is a brilliant signing. He's done a lot. You got who's this guy here? I think he's Portuguese. This guy's been killing it. Di Lorenzo was on fire that game. He had a few good crosses. But that Osimhen goal, honestly, he had a few chances this game. It took him a while to get that goal. He had some really, really good opportunities. There's one brilliant through ball by Zielinski, I want to say it was. Someone in the midfield here, a beautiful through ball to Osimhen, and somehow he messed it up and missed, like hit the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper blocked it. I guess good. You can say it's good by Rui Patricio. But overall, he had a few good chances that either missed or was saved, and then finally near the end of the game, he got that when was it? Yeah, 80th minute, 10 minutes before the end of the game, he gets that goal. Overall, this team has passion, man. This is the passion squad. Herving Lozano also doing really good on that right wing this time. He's usually a left wing player, but looks like he played on the right. Yeah. So overall, yeah, Napoli having the passion. Roma also did pretty good. You got Tammy Abraham, Zaniolo. I think Zaniolo had a few good opportunities as well. Same with Pellegrini. I think the thing about Zaniolo and Pellegrini is they were a bit too slow on the ball, so sometimes they would lose the ball pretty quickly. You do got Spinazzola as well. He's a really good. He did great last year in the Euros. Smalling, Ibanez, the Brazilian, and then Mancini. Is this guy the same? Is he the son of who does Mancini? Is he the son of the Italian national manager Mancini? What's his name? Is it Roberto Mancini? Italy national squad manager. Roberto, yeah, it's Roberto Mancini. I wonder, is that guy the son of Mancini? What's his last name, or what's his first name? Let's see. G Mancini. Damn, unlucky children. There's no G Mancini here. Now, so what I see, yeah, is Roberto Mancini. I was like, this guy's the Italy manager. Is this his son? But anyways, off that topic. Overall, I think the Roma backline was definitely slacking. Even the attack, they were a bit slacking as well, a bit too slow on the ball. I think Chris Smalling, man, he needs to be not a better defender. I think he's pretty good. I think like overall the backline wasn't on form from past Roma games this season. I think they need to do better. When you have a backline, when you have Chris Smalling, Ibanez, I think that's a great backline. But against Napoli, it just didn't work out. As I said, overall, Napoli played well, really good football. If we look statistically as well, 60% versus 40% possession. We got 12 shots versus 6 shots on target. And yeah, the thing with Roma is they had no good, even though they did have a good shots, no shots on target. As I said, with Osimhen, he had a few shots on target. Unfortunately, it got saved or went wide. Well, if it went wide, it's not really a shot on target. But overall, they had more opportunities to get a goal, more shots to get a goal. And then finally, Osimhen got that goal in the last 10 minutes of the game. So yeah, brilliant there by Napoli. That puts them at a 3-point difference above AC Milan. So yeah, passion by Napoli. Passion, guys. Inter Milan looking like they're 21st. I did say Inter Milan. I love the way they play. They have some really good talented players. As I said, Barella. They got Çalhanoğlu, and then of course my favorite, what's his name, Skriniar. So that I hope we do get him at Paris Saint-Germain. We wanted to get him in the past summer, so hopefully we can get him next year or in the upcoming January transfer window. We got Juventus as well, who are mudded. Man, Juventus couldn't be any worse. And then yeah, AC Milan. Yeah, AC Milan. I love watching AC Milan as well. My two favorite, Napoli, AC Milan, and Inter Milan, and Roma as well. I think in order, I'd have to say probably AC Milan first, then Napoli, then Roma, then Inter Milan. That is my order of my favorite teams in the Serie A. But yeah, that is the Serie A there for you. Let's go ahead and talk about the La Liga. We had 2 match days here. One last week, no UCL games, but we did have a match day last week. So I believe this was this past weekend, and then this was the midweek match day. So let's go ahead and talk about these games here. I'd like to go to the Madrid losing to we got the yet again the dollar store Madrid derby, because Real Valencia is from Madrid as well, the city of Madrid. Real Madrid versus Elche, and man, this is who I want to talk about, is Federico Valverde, your Uruguayan player. Man, Uruguay are so lucky to have Valverde, because this guy is a cheat code. I'm telling you, a cheat code. Not only is he a good CDM, a good fullback, a good right wing, a good right wing back, a good right mid, a good central midfielder, box to box. This guy can play anywhere, and no matter where you play him, he's gonna be running everywhere. He's gonna go to, if he plays right back and he's gonna be running to left wing and still has enough energy to run all the way back to right back, defend the ball. When he makes that run to left wing, he's making beautiful assists, beautiful shots. And I don't quite recall this shot here. This was from last Wednesday and stuff. I did see, yeah, I don't quite recall this one, but the game, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago against Sevilla. This game here, man, Valverde, that shot outside, and it's not always inside the box. This guy takes long shots outside the box. This guy on the angle, he was like just outside the box, like let's say he was over here. He makes a beautiful shot all the way to the far side of the net here. What a goal by Valverde. And as I said, it's not just like these goals are crazy, man. The way he takes these goals, his assists, his positioning is always great. And no matter like his positioning, he has enough energy to defend. His defending, his physicality to get the ball back, his interceptions, all of that is perfect, man. Is perfect. He's honestly, like, no, if he keeps up this performance, and like, it's not just if he keeps this at a minimum of what he's already doing, he's gonna be improving as well. He might go out to be the best midfielder, or even top 3, top 5 midfielders of all time if he continues to do this. If he, at minimum, if he continues to do this at this level, this is his minimum. Imagine, like, he's going into his prime as well. What is he, 25 years old? He's almost into his prime, 28. And keep in mind, they got him for, what is that? I think 6.5 or 2 million or something like that. They got Valverde for like 2 million. Now he's valued at 80 million. He's won a Champions League. One of the most crucial players in that Real Madrid Champions League run in the midfield, or just as a player as a whole. He made that assists in the final to all the way to Valverde, or all the way to Vinicius Jr. Even though he did say he was trying to take a shot, and then it was a bad shot, nutmegged VVD, and then like it just made it like a better assist rather than a worse shot. We made it seem like a crazy assist. Overall, everything about Valverde, man, is just crazy. It's just crazy the way this guy plays, his movement on the ball, his shooting, as I said, physically, his interceptions, defensively. This guy can play anywhere. You play him as striker, he's gonna come all the way back to center back and still make a 50-km/h run all the way back to striker to get into his position, make a get a through ball and get a shot on target. Because this guy never stops running. 90 minutes, he played a full 90 minutes this game, and what a crazy. This guy's a cheat code. I think so far, if we look at like transfer market, I think so far he scored almost in every game. If we look at Fede, or let's just type in Valverde, the Uruguayan. If we look at Federico Valverde, 88 million. Holy man, 88 million. And if we look at him currently, statistics. If we look at stats, current season stats, I think he scored in. Okay, never mind. He's not scored in almost every game. Is this out of date, man? He scored 2 goals. Okay, no matter that, no, this doesn't matter. This does not matter. But overall, like he's creating chances. Like, no ways he's only scored 2. I swear he scored more. I swear. But even when he's not scoring, the goals he's scoring is so outrageous. Like, it's just beautiful goals. And then, as I said, defensively, as a player as a whole, this guy is crazy. I swear this guy scored more this season. Maybe just like since he scored in the past 2, it's like, oh, this guy's scoring so many goals, but maybe it was just the past 2 he scored. But still, man, both of those goals, outrageous goals. Even this one, I slightly remember outside the box, beautiful goal against Elche last weekend, or last midweek. But overall, as I said, as a player as a whole, this guy, no, he did score. What the heck, man? I knew he scored like against Barca. I was like, what the heck is this? He did score. He's like almost every game. If you go back one more, Real Madrid, he didn't score this game. That was the header by Eder Militao. But like, I swear this guy scored more. Not only there's 2 goals. No ways he only scored 2, man. But okay, other than that, yeah, when he does score, and he's scoring many goals this season, like 3. I mean, and we know at least minimum 3 so far. I could go further back and look at everyone, but transfer market doesn't want to show me those goals. Everything about Valverde is just crazy, man. As I said, form-wise, he's so on form. As I said, defensively, he's just the best overall well-rounded player. In the attack, he's brilliant. You can play him cam. He's a very versatile player because this guy never stops running. So yeah, if he keeps up this at minimum, if he continues to play at what he's already doing, he might be considered a top 10. But this is only his minimum. If he continues and he's considered a top 10, he's gonna be improving. Maybe considered a top 5, top 3 even, and man, like he might even win the Ballon d'Or. That is crazy. But yeah, guys, Real Madrid keep a 3-point difference with Barcelona after that El Clasico loss 2 weeks ago. Talking about Barcelona, Barcelona also had a pretty good 2 games in the last 2 games, and you could say, man, like Lewandowski, you could say he is kind of a stat padder. He's not a big game player, but I mean, you can consider Villarreal as a big team, kind of. I mean, like, what are Villarreal? I know last season they didn't do the best, like in the La Liga. They did crazy in the Champions League, knocking out Bayern, knocking out Juventus, almost knocking out Liverpool. But yeah, Villarreal 7th. Unai Emery also leaving the club. Villarreal, unfortunately, he's going back to the Premier League though after coaching Arsenal back in the days. He's now going to Aston Villa, I believe. So Unai Emery is back. Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta are gonna be winning top 2 in the Premier League, guys. Already assumption. You got guys, go bet Arsenal first and Aston Villa second. Arteta and Unai Emery. But anyways, guys, yeah, I think overall Villarreal not the worst team, not the worst team. Barcelona still winning 3-0 with Lewandowski scoring 2 goals there, and Ansu Fati, man. Whenever Ansu Fati plays, I know he's not the biggest player compared to Vinny. I know back in the day, like a few years ago, we used to compare them. But nowadays, Vinny is just way too clear. But when he does play, it's because he has injuries, and when he does get the chance to play, man, Ansu Fati is a beast. But yeah, I want to talk about this game specifically and talk about Dembele. This game, Dembele was on fire, man. Dembele making beautiful dribbles. I think that first goal assisted by Robert Lewandowski, guys. Robert Lewandowski getting a beautiful, like, I think it was the goalkeeper blocked it. I think it's Bonu. Is it Bonu? Is that their goalkeeper? No, Unai Simon. Yeah, Unai Simon. How can I forget the GOAT? Ander Herrera, the PSG, not the legend, but former PSG player Yuri Berchiche. Spanish left back Inaki Williams up top. I think he switched his nation as well. Not Spanish anymore. But anyways, guys, where was I? Yeah, the first goal, header by Dembele. Lewandowski getting a it went wide. I think it was blocked, and then it went wide out here. And then Lewandowski getting a chip over, like a cross type chip over, and Dembele getting the header against Unai Simon. That was the first goal there. Sergio Roberto. Let's talk about each goal, and then we'll talk about how the team played as a whole. Sergio Roberto getting, I think, like he was making a run down here, and then he went to take a shot. It actually got blocked. He went to take a far post shot. It got blocked by, I think, one of these 2 defenders here, and then just rebounded into the back of the net. We got the Lewandowski goal, which I think was the best goal of the game. One of the most impressive goals I've seen this season. It was like Dembele was dribbling the ball on the right here, and then he made that through ball. Lewandowski making a beautiful run into the box, into the middle of the box. Made a through ball here. Lewandowski making a fake type turn. He does like a turn around. He's like kind of, his back is towards the goal. He does a turn to the right. He takes a touch, like a heavy touch to the right. It's like kind of like a chop, does it like it goes around and hits it with his left foot. And then Ferran Torres getting an assist by Dembele as well. 2 assists for Dembele and 1 goal for himself as well. I think it was Dembele who actually, yeah, pretty sure it was Dembele who went down the wing. Or maybe it was someone else. So let's just take a look over here. No, so it was Dembele. Yeah, Dembele getting that, and then Ferran Torres got subbed on for Lewandowski. I think it wasn't Ansu Fati, but it might have been Ansu Fati who got subbed on as well for Pedri. But other than that, yeah, Ousmane Dembele doing like a cross in through, or like a low driven cross on the ground through, and then Ferran Torres getting that touch and getting it in the back and it through Unai Simon's legs. So beautiful game here for Barcelona 4-0 there. In the last minute, near the end of the game as well, they made some good blocks as well to not let Atletico Madrid get a +1 for goals, for a goal ratio. Or like a goal difference, because if you concede a goal, your goal difference, like if we take a look here, goal difference. So Barcelona 24 goals, they've scored 24 goals. If Atletico, who is it? Athletic Club, if they were to score, if Athletic Club were to score, this 24 goal difference would go down to 23 because they conceded 1. They scored 4. They conceded 1, so that only makes a 3. So if they were at 20 before, it would only go up to 23. This is the goal difference. How many goals they scored? As you can see, they scored 28, conceded 4, makes a goal difference of 24. So that's why if two teams are drawn here, so see 18-18, both teams at 18-18, if both of them have, if Atletico Club had 8 goals, they would still be on top. But now you can see both of them have 7. Now I believe they go to I believe they go and they look at goal conceded or losses, one of the two there. But as you guys can see, or maybe goals scored. No, it might be goals conceded, goals scored, or losses. They go and look at. So first it's the points. If the points are drawn, they go to goal difference, and if that's drawn, it's one of the 3: either goals scored, goals conceded, or goals, what is it, or losses. But I mean, oh no, this is the goal difference is different here. Or like here, we got 10. So here, this is goals conceded. 19 goals conceded. So it's not goals conceded. It might be goals scored. I think they look at goals after points. They look at goals, the goal difference, overall goal difference, and then I think it's goal scored because they have more losses but more goals and they're on top. So I think it's goals scored next, and then I think it's goals conceded, and then it might be losses, and then maybe like something like that. I don't know. Maybe they do another game. But yeah, anyways, yeah. Where was I? So yeah, they did get a block at the end. Barcelona, all that just for 1 goal, to just to explain that they blocked the goal to not have a lesser goal difference. What am I doing, man? But anyways, Barcelona getting that block at the end. I think this was one of Barcelona's best overall performances as a team this season. And yes, it is against Athletic Club. They are like, what are they, 6th in the league? I think yeah, we just took a look. Villarreal 7th, I believe. Athletic Club are 6th in the league, so not bad. Overall, yeah, I think Barcelona, this is one of their best games. Dembele was on fire. Lewandowski making a beautiful assist to Dembele and a beautiful goal as well. I think most of them were on form. The thing is, man, like, they gotta use more. Like, why are you still using like the Mr. No Leg, man? Sergio Busquets, yes, he has defensive capability, but he can't really bring that ability. He can't really use that because he has no legs, man. This guy is like 38 years old. He's still playing as a starter for Barcelona for the full game as well. You got Frank Kessie for a reason. So I think what Barcelona need to do, I think Sergio Roberto, not bad. You got Koundé. They need to get what's his name? What's his name? Oh my! I just clapped and my elbow fell off. But what's his name? The Uruguayan center back, Araujo. They need to get Koundé and Araujo, that pairing back together. Sergio Roberto, not a bad option at the right back. He's pretty decent. And Balde as well. I mean, Hector Bellerin, I think, would be a better option. In the midfield, they have to run Pedri. They need to run Pedri, Kessié in the CDM, and Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong has been really good. I think one of the best midfielders for Barcelona this season. In the attack, they need to put Ansu Fati, who's been killing it whenever he plays. Keep Lewandowski, and if Dembele does what he did this game in every single game, if he keeps up this form in every single game, Barcelona are not losing. And that's the thing, is Barcelona is like, if Lewandowski is what not the word here, if like someone like Dembele or Pedri, they're not the best finishers, but when they are on form at being a good finisher, then that gives trouble to the opposing team. When someone like Dembele, after 15 minutes or 20 minutes, when the opposing team realizes, oh, Dembele is not playing well, Pedri is not playing well, De Jong, Gavi, none of them are able to shoot the ball, and it's only Lewandowski who's able to get a goal or to shoot the ball. All we have to do, mark Lewandowski, and we're good. The thing with this game is, since they were doing really, really good, Dembele making beautiful dribbles, beautiful assists, is they had more players to worry about. The thing with that Real Madrid game is none of them were on form. They had just lost to Inter Milan, so maybe that's one factor to it about losing. And then yeah, Dembele wasn't on form. All they had to worry about was Mark Lewandowski, and then they have no shot against us because no one is on form. They can't score a goal. The thing about this game, everyone was on form. They'd won their last game as well against Villarreal, which is a big game. This game, everybody played well. Just questionable, like, why are you still playing Busquets, man? No leg, man. But overall, yeah, I think they had a really, really good weekend. Two really good games. Both Real Madrid and Barcelona had a really good weekend game and midweek game last week. But yeah, that is the La Liga there for you. Still a 3-point difference after that El Clasico loss for Barcelona, which made them go 3 points down. But yeah, that is the La Liga. I thought we had some La Liga news here, but I don't think we do then. Just some PSG news, which we'll come back to later. Yeah, I think we'll save PSG for last just because, we have some news to talk about them as well. Let's talk about the Premier League, guys. And unfortunately, before, I think last week, we had Arsenal with a 4-point difference from Man City. Unfortunately, they somehow drew to Southampton. And now there's only a 2-point difference. So a bit scary here. And with upcoming Arsenal games, it's looking a bit tough for Arsenal. So if you take a look here, Leicester and Man City. Maybe Leicester can somehow draw Man City. I mean, if this was 2 seasons ago, I could say that, but with the way KDB, with the most assists in the midfield I think in the whole world right now, KDB has the most assists. I know that's a fact in the Premier League, but I think in all of Europe or all the world, he might have the most assists right now. So KDB on fire. You got Haaland. So with the current Man City, it might be a bit difficult, and especially with Leicester not having a keeper. Now they lost Kasper Schmeichel to OGC Nice in the Ligue 1. So maybe it might be a tough time for Leicester. If Leicester can somehow pull it off and draw City or somehow beat them, then that's going to be crazy. And I hope they somehow pull it through so that Arsenal can gain that point difference again. Arsenal also have Nottingham Forest, but even if Leicester were to win and Arsenal to win, and it's still a 2-point difference again, that is not enough to keep Arsenal, because I think Arsenal need to win this game. Surely Arsenal can win this game. I hope Arsenal win this game, and I hope Leicester can hopefully draw at the minimum. Hopefully draw to so Arsenal can get that greater point difference. And if they don't, if it stays at a 2-point difference, then Arsenal might be screwed, because now Man City will have Fulham, and then Arsenal will have Chelsea. But I mean, after the way Chelsea played against United today, we'll talk about that. Or yesterday, we'll talk about that in a moment. Then maybe Arsenal have a chance against Chelsea, but I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. And then they got Wolves. City have Brentford. So City have a few easy games upcoming. There's 3 more games before the World Cup begins. Wow, that is crazy. We're gonna have some World Cup predictions as well. Talk about the national teams. Hoping to get a guest on here as well for the World Cup, because that's gonna be a bigger subject rather than these games here. Hoping to get a guest on soon to talk about UCL draw for the round of 16, as well as the World Cup predictions for the upcoming World Cup. Talk about the groups and each team. But for now, before the World Cup and before the round of 16 for UCL, we're going to stick it to just me being on the podcast talking about league games and football news. But yeah, 3 games looking a bit difficult for Arsenal. Man City having the easier game, so hopefully City can lose or Arsenal can keep up and win these next 3 games to be on top of the Premier League before the World Cup. Guys, that is that's just I wanted to say that there. Let's talk about the actual games. Finnish club loser pool, man. This is a loser pool for you right here, man. Liverpool absolutely mudded. Now they did have, I think they were the better team in attack Yeah, they had more possession and stuff, but I mean, they probably just played like park the bus and stuff. They had a few good chances. I think their finishing could have been better. They got that Carvalho guy. I think they had Firmino, Carvalho, Elliott, Mo Salah. I think they needed a few better. They had some opportunities. It just wasn't. They didn't finish good enough. They didn't finish well enough in the back of the net, and that was the main problem for Liverpool this game. Is they didn't have any real finishers, deadly finishers. Yes, Salah is a good goal scorer, but is he a finisher? Is he a pure striker? And that's what they didn't really have this game. Is they didn't have a pure striker like a Mane, maybe even Darwin Núñez. I know Darwin Núñez is not doing the best this season compared to Haaland. People were comparing them when they both got signed, but I think Darwin Núñez is even a better like finisher for Liverpool's team. So overall, yeah, I think they did have the chances, they just couldn't finish the chances. And then we had Nottingham Forest, and Allison was doing pretty good blocking the shots. He blocked the shot and it rebounded back, and Nottingham Forest, this guy here, actually got that rebound and scored the goal after Allison had blocked it and rebounded back to him, and they scored the goal. But yeah, crazy game. I didn't really watch this game. I just saw that goal, like somewhere on Instagram or Twitter. Overall, man, Liverpool. Even like if that was a thing, Liverpool should still be scoring like 2 goals. Like, who cares if it's only 1 goal against Nottingham Forest? They should still have been 2 goals ahead, so that 1 goal wouldn't have mattered a lot. So I mean, like, what are they doing, man? As I said, they don't have lethal finishers. Yes, Mo Salah. Yes, Robert Firmino. Even these youngsters in the midfield. Yes, they are good players, but they're not a lethal finisher like Haaland. Haaland is a pure striker, goal scorer for them. Salah, yes, he does score goals, but he's not a pure striker. He's not a pure finisher. So that's what they were slacking. Another thing, man, is the midfield, man. The midfield. We got Curtis Jones and Fabinho, and I think it's like I see a lot of people. James Milner at right back. What am I seeing, man? What am I, man? Klopp fell off. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Is a lot of people are not bantering the players, and I think that's pretty fair. More they're bantering or like they're hating against Jurgen Klopp, and I think, yeah, maybe you can question James Milner at right back. And it's not just James Milner. I think it's James Milner. Not like I'm not questioning why he's playing. I'm questioning his positioning, and the reason like he's positioned at right back, especially for his age, and that is the most important thing, is age. Liverpool's midfield is aged out so badly. You got Fabinho. He's not 24 years old anymore. You got Henderson. He's not even 26 years old in his prime anymore. Back in 2019, you got James Milner playing at right back. He's like, what is he, 32 years old now? He's not even, he's like well retired now. He should be retired. It's like, man, you're playing these guys. You're playing these old midfielders. They're just like, their engine has shut off. They don't have that passion. Like, yes, they could have the passion. They don't have an engine, and like that's the thing with Busquets as well. Is yes, Busquets may have the ability, but does he have the engine to use that skill and knowledge of defensive ability to play in the match? Does he have that engine to make him move and run around on the field to play well and use his skill to play well for the team? And yeah, Fabinho is a good midfielder. Milner, he's a pretty decent player as well. Same with Curtis Jones and James Milner. But these guys are all old. They need a new midfield. They need a new engine in the midfield. The midfield is a very important place, and when you don't have that, you're just relying on it's just all that defense work is going all straight to your defense, and that's what's making Trent look bad. That's what's making Van Dijk. I know Van Dijk is doing pretty good this season, but not compared to previous seasons. He's looking pretty bad as well. He's still one of the best defenders for Liverpool right now, but for himself compared to last season's, like in 2019 when they won the Champions League, he's looking pretty bad. As I said, when you don't have a midfield, all the defensive duty is going to be going to the back line, and it's just too much effort. Like with Trent, like he's not being marked, like he's not getting some help from the midfield as well. Like that's the problem, is you don't have an engine. You got James Milner, who's like 30 now, not 26. Same with Fabinho, and same with what's his name, with Henderson. And you could say you can question Klopp. You could say, oh, why is Harvey Elliott not playing in the midfield? Like, who they got? Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he's a good starter. Chismax, the Greece player. I think he's a really good player. Um, so I think I not think, but what Liverpool truly need is a new midfielder. As I said, I said it this past winter, this past summer as well. I said they need two new center mids, box to box center mids, a new CDM, and maybe a new center back. I think that's what they need is two new center mids. You got Jamal Musiala and Jude Bellingham. A new maybe a CDM. You got like Tonali, and then like a center back as well. Maybe Tomori. I know Smalling. I mentioned Smalling like a few episodes ago, but he played for United, so I doubt like they'll want to get him. But I think Tomori, he's been doing really good for AC Milan this season as well. So that's what Liverpool need is they, especially in the midfield. Who cares about like Tomori and stuff? That is a good option to buy, but like for like a backup for now, like not a backup, but I feel like their back line definitely needs to get a good backup player, like a 3-back or something like that. But I think the main thing they need is two new box to box center mids and a new CDM. Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala, Varela maybe. Like these are some really good shots here. Çalhanoğlu, I think these are some really good shots. Skriniar, I think he's a good player as well. Imagine Skriniar and Van Dijk in the back line. That is a deadly back line. So like these are the players they need to get. And if like Jurgen Klopp, let's say they get Jude Bellingham and they're still doing bad, and maybe if Jude Bellingham is doing good, but as a team, like tactically they're doing bad, then you can say, oh, it's Jurgen Klopp is the one to be accused here. 7 years, Jurgen Klopp is the manager, so I think yeah, they really need some new. He needs to be given new players so he can use in the team because he doesn't really have any good option, like good youngster options, like or good like not they don't even have to be young, like 25, 26, 27. I think that's pretty good as well. As long as they're not 30 like Fabinho, Milner, and Henderson, then they're good. As long as they have the capability to play a game, like to play good, then that is fine. But yeah, overall, what a disgusting game there. That is one of the two games I want to talk about. I also want to talk about the Chelsea United game. Not really want to talk about the Southampton because I didn't watch that game. Same with City. But let's talk about Chelsea, guys. In the night, yeah, what a game this was. And I'm not saying what a game because it was crazy. I'm talking about what a game because it was such a shiza game, man. What did I watch? I don't know what I watched. I think the better team here had to go to United, man. You can. I'm not just saying because of the stats. I did watch some of the highlights. Anthony, Rashford, Jadon Sancho, all of them had a really good attacking opportunities. Same with Christian Eriksen and Bernardo Silva. And Casemiro is a beast in the midfield. Same with Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. I think this new team right here, Rashford, Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, I think it's a pretty decent team. Same with Diogo Dalot, man. This guy has some really good passion. He's pretty under the radar for some teams. So I think some teams like maybe Barcelona, Madrid should definitely. I think some teams, maybe some like AC Milan team or like a Serie A. I think some like teams other than I think like some other teams should start looking at Diogo Dalot. This guy is a really good under the radar player. Overall, yeah, this team is doing good. Let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo as well. I think it was this game where Ronaldo was gonna get subbed on. He told, I think Rashford got like he went out or something. I think Ronaldo or what's his name? I think this was 2 games ago. You take a look here. Did they have a midweek last week? Yeah, United Spurs. Yeah, this game as well. Spurs playing terrible. I don't want to talk. I don't quite recall this game. But yeah, I think it was the Spurs game where Ten Hag told, "Oh, Ronaldo, go train," and then he said, "Oh no, we don't need you," and then Ronaldo just went to the locker room. And I think that is completely fair. And that is not disrespectful because the thing is, Ten Hag this past summer and United rejected Ronaldo to be allowed to leave. He said, "Oh, I have Ronaldo in my plans." You got Ronaldo in your plans to sit on the bench. The only reason you have Ronaldo right now is for money. The only reason I guarantee Ronaldo will not leave this January is because United want to keep him or brand exposure, for money, for selling merchandise. That's the only reason. They do not need him. And to be fair, like, yes, he does want to leave. Does any club really need him? No, no club really needs him. And like, I don't know. I think it's bad on both sides. Both on United side, who said, "Oh, we're not gonna let you go. We need you," and then not using him, being a bench warmer. And then same with, I think, Ronaldo as well. Is Ronaldo needs to accept that he's not a finished player. He's kind of, I guess you can say he's jealous of, oh, Messi is doing all this stuff. Mbappe, Neymar, they're killing it. I'm here sitting on the bench. Luka Modric is my age, 37, 38 years old as well. And he's a magisterial player as well, like killing it in the midfield. And I think he's jealous and stuff. He's bored sitting on the bench. He was lied to by United and Erik ten Hag, saying, "Oh, we need you. We don't want you to leave. We're gonna reject your your request to leave the club." And then now he's a bench warmer. I think they're keeping him more for brand exposure and selling merchandise. But at the same time, yeah, it's the same for Ronaldo as well. As Ronaldo needs to accept that he's a finished player. And like that's the thing is Ronaldo. He has that passion, man. This guy's hard working. He's gonna be doing anything he can to be playing a game, getting a goal, like anything to break a record and stuff. And that's the problem with Ronaldo is, and like I'm gonna quote here from what's his name? Have Hope Football Hut on YouTube. Go check him out. He said that the thing that's keeping Ronaldo to play is his fanboys, and I couldn't agree less. The thing that makes Ronaldo is when he's always on social media, he's saying, "Oh, Ronaldo is the GOAT. He's gonna be breaking records and stuff." And then it's not just that; it's like people are hating on him as well. And since they're hating on him, they're all like, "Oh no," Ronaldo's like, "Oh no, I need to show up. Oh, why am I still here on the bench? I need to show to the world I'm still the best player." So it's jealousy and it's Ronaldo's fans that are keeping him to play. And I agree with all of that is said by Have Hope Football Hut. I'll put his link down below, or you can go check it out. Have Hope Football Hut on YouTube. But yeah, I think it's his fanboys. It's like everybody on social media. It's social media. It's his jealousy, and then the only thing that's gonna make Ronaldo retire is his body himself. It's his body that's gonna make him retire. Is after he doesn't have the capability, when he gets injured or something, he's gonna retire. He does not want to be forcefully retired because of social media and because of jealousy. The thing with Messi is Messi doesn't care about Messi cares about himself. He just wants a career. He just wants a football career. Just wants to end it peacefully. Ronaldo wants to forcefully push himself, like Zlatan. He wants to push himself, but he has to If he was to sign a long-term contract back in like 2 years, like 3 years ago, if he was to sign a long-term contract, I think that would have been like, oh, like he would get more playing time. Since he's 38 years old, since he's 30, like almost 38 years old next year, 37 years old, no one's gonna want to sign a 37-year-old other than the Chelsea owner, the American Chelsea owner, Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, I want the biggest player of football. Like, yeah, I understand. Like, oh, it's Ronaldo, but for the team, do you need him? Aubameyang is doing good. Sterling is doing good, and it's not just, oh, if I didn't have Aubameyang, I would still get Ronaldo. Why do you need a 37-year-old? Like, if you look at the example like Real Madrid, I don't think I saw somewhere that Real Madrid in the past 5 years or something have not signed a player over 30 years old. And that's the problem with Ronaldo. And that's not Ronaldo. It's the problem around Ronaldo is no one wants someone above 30 years old, and especially above 37 years old. No one wants Ronaldo. Yes, he might have the ability to play really well if he has a good team behind him as well. But for his age as well, like he's a finished player, man. He's just finished. He's just finished. He's still a great player. He's still a great player. But for his age, he's finished. No one wants him because he's too old. No one wants a 37-year-old. Yes, like when did AC Milan get Zlatan? Take a look at Zlatan here. It wasn't only like a few years ago, 2-3 years ago. Yeah, 2020, AC Milan got him. And how old is he back then? How old is Zlatan? He's 40 years old now. So it's 38, 41. So he's 39 years old. But I mean, Zlatan is just a lion. No matter how old. No, Zlatan is not 41. That's pretty young. Zlatan, man, pretty young, pretty young. But on Ronaldo's case is just something different. Jealousy, social media trying to push him. He just needs to accept, like, oh, like, I'm 37. I'm not gonna, like, know what? No club wants a 37-year-old, other than AC Milan getting Zlatan at 39. But yeah, that's just a fact, man. It's just a fact. Yeah, talking about the game, going back to the game. I just wanted to mention that because, like, um, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, going back to the game, both teams played horrendous, man. Man, Thiago Silva cannot make an interception, cannot defend for his life, man. He did, yeah, Jorginho getting a penalty, doing his usual pen genio. Weird to know the pen merchant, Jorginho. Um, I didn't really watch the game. I saw both the goals. The Casemiro goal in the last minute was crazy, man. Beautiful. I think it was it was Luke Shaw who does a really good, like, really good crossover, and then Casemiro getting that header going, like, Kepa gets a slight touch on it, but it wasn't enough to get it out wide. Hits the post and then goes inside, inside the box, over the line, just over the line. So yeah, great goal there. Both teams played bad. Like United were the better team in the attack. Chelsea had a few attacking opportunities. They could not defend at all. I swear the defending was terrible. But yeah, overall, what a horrendous game for Chelsea, especially, man. For Chelsea, they played horrendous, and that's why I said maybe Arsenal have a chance, because of this performance Chelsea had. But yeah, that is a prem right there. If we take a look at the league, Arsenal 2 points at 28, and then City at 26. Spurs 23 points. Newcastle 21. Newcastle actually doing really good. I think Newcastle, the money paid out. Chelsea, United, Liverpool still at 16th or at 8th with 16 points. So yeah, kind of awkward to see this league. Yeah, those are the leagues there. Let's talk about the League On, and then some PSG news here. We're gonna make some UCL predictions for tomorrow and Wednesday's game, match day 5. Make it farewell to Barcelona, going back to the Europa League. We're gonna do a photo to end off the video. Guys, PSG, one of my favorite games. PSG, Mbappe and Lionel Messi carrying the team, guys. Absolutely carrying. Although Mbappe was a bit sus. He was a bit sus because he had some really good open shots, man. But he just, like, skyballed them, went way out, like, missed the target so easily. So a bit sus from Mbappe, Among Us. Sus. What am I saying? But anyways, yeah. Mbappe looking a bit off form, like, with his shots, but finally he got that shot going far post on his first goal. Let's talk about the goals, and then we'll talk about the team. That second goal by Messi, man. We got Vitinha passing it to Mbappe, or passing it to Messi. Messi passing it out wide to Juan Bernat. Juan Bernat back to Messi. Messi does a he does a 1-2 with Mbappe, but it's a special 1-2 where Mbappe gets it, does a back heel. He does like an L back heel, and then into the box. Messi fakes the keeper to the right, and then does a tap in to get the goal in the back of the net. So he fakes the goalkeeper. Mbappe's back heel shot, the 1-2 with Mbappe's back heel. Crazy goal. You guys got to see it for yourself. I would show it on stream or on the podcast, but, like, I just don't want to get copyrighted and something like that. But yeah, overall, man, what a goal. I don't know what I saw. I saw the best goal we had this season. That is going to be one of the best goals. Maybe you could say, hey, maybe not, like, what is that? Not the... What's that goal for, like, the best goal of the season? Not the Yashin award. The Copa one is what's the best goal for the season? Like, you know, they have the best goal for the season. What is my Google doing? But I forgot what the name of that trophy is called. But I wouldn't really call this goal that trophy. I'd say this is more of a magisterial collective team goal winning award. That's what I'd call this goal. What a goal that was. And then Mbappe in the last minute we got Messi assisting it to him doing a through ball. Took a bit long, but he found Messi found Mbappe open, and then Mbappe slipping, but Even though he still slipped, he had enough power on the ball to get it near post. He like over here he slipped and still got it near post. But overall, guys, yeah, PSG, we played well this game. I like the way we played this 4-back. As I said, ever since that I made that complaint about drawing to Benfica in that 3-back, I said, oh, we need to run like a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-1-2, and we've been doing great. Now let's talk about the players, man. Mbappe doing Mbappe stuff. Maybe the reason we're doing good is because Messi is just irreplaceable. That is one factor to it, but I think it's the formation as well. Carlos Soler doing pretty decent as well. I think he did pretty good. But my favorite midfield, my two favorite transfers this summer, Vitinha. What a player Vitinha is. He's a young player, creative player. Him at Cam, I think he got subbed on later on to the game. What a player he is. Verratti, he's always good. One my favorite midfielder in PSG. I got his jersey as well with the new kit as well. My favorite player. I love the new kit. I love Verratti as a player. And Fabian Ruiz, man. Fabian Ruiz is the best thing that happened to us this summer. Him and Vitinha in the midfield. Our midfield looks so much more passionate. Fabian Ruiz, he's such a good player defensively. Able to pass the ball, create good passing opportunities with the team, attacking wise. He's very good defensively. Playing with Verratti's a brilliant duo. Ronaldo Sanchez, he is more of that attacking player. He has some defensive capabilities. So Ronaldo Sanchez getting some more play time. He was pretty decent. Compared to someone like Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz, I thought compared to Fabian Ruiz and Carlos Soler, I thought Ronaldo Sanchez would be the best of the four midfielders we got this past summer. I think in list of the best midfielders we got this past summer, I gotta put Vitinha first, Fabian Ruiz second, Ronaldo Sanchez maybe. I think Ronaldo Sanchez and Carlos Soler third. I haven't really seen much by Carlos Soler. So I think Vitinha, my favorite midfielder we signed this summer. Fabian Ruiz second, and then Ronaldo and Carlos Soler third. Of course, we got Mukiele. I said that was my favorite midfield list, but we did get a signing of Mukiele. Hugo Ekitike, who did get subbed on in the end as well. He almost had a goal as well, I believe. But overall, man, this midfield, Fabian Ruiz, he's able to drop back into the midfield, defend really, really good. His passing, his dribbling on the ball, everything brilliant. And same with Verratti. Verratti, nothing to talk about there. Verratti is just the same as every season. Just a beast midfielder, my favorite CDM. He's such a passionate and defensive player, Marco Verratti. And then Ronaldo Sanchez, man. Ronaldo Sanchez, he did pretty decent. As I said, compared to Fabian Ruiz and Carlos Soler, I thought Ronaldo Sanchez would be the key significant signing for us. But he still did pretty good. I think he still did pretty good. Not what I expected, but he's more that attacking player. He likes to go up the field a lot. And I don't mind that, especially when we have Fabian Ruiz, who's been killing it. He's a good box-to-box, has defensive capability. He comes back to defend. Everything about him is good. And the thing that's good is Fabian Ruiz, he comes back to defend and lets Hakimi go around him to go into attack. And that's what I like. That's the problem with Juan Bernat. And I think Noon Menj should be available in tomorrow's game against Maccabi Haifa. So good to see Noon Menj back. But the thing about Juan Bernat, he has some attacking and defensive capability, but he doesn't attackingly compared to Noon Menj and Hakimi, he doesn't have that skill. So to have so that's why we have Ronaldo being more attacking here, Fabian Ruiz being more defensive, still a good box to box but more defensive, and letting Hakimi go around him is really, really good, really, really nice. Messi also does that. Messi always dropping back into that cam, center mid, center forward type role. He loves playing like that. Overall, this 4-2-3-1 has been brilliant. The way our players have been, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, I love the way we played. Mukiele doing good. Donnarumma, sometimes he is a bit sus as well. Sometimes I get scared when Donnarumma has the ball. But to block the ball is good. Just when he has the ball to his feet and stuff, or to catch the ball, sometimes just slips out of his hand when he catches it, or just making a clumsy mistake on the ball. But overall, one of my favorite team as a team, we played brilliant. One of my favorite games this season. But that is the league on there. We're going to talk about the news here. PSG are already working on financial side to extend Messi's contract. Luis Ocampos wants Leo to extend until 2025. Messi is not against the idea of extending contract with PSG, but no final decision yet. Yes, please. I do not want you going back to that good for nothing called a club called Barca. Small fan from a small club talks. Why would he stay? Man, what are these guys? I wish he moves out and joins. Man, Premier League. Once again, I hate these like Premier League fanboys, man. I hate these Premier League Why the Premier League, man? Why do you want? Why? What's so good about Premier League? I hate these Premier League fanboys. They're like, oh, like right now, Premier League looks like one of the worst leagues. Not the worst leagues, but like you got Arsenal at first, man, and you're saying, oh, this is the best league and stuff. Like it's looking like Man City is making the Premier League look like a farmers league. Honestly, man, Liverpool doing is really bad. Chelsea, Spurs, United, even though they're on top, because like those are the only the Arsenal, City, maybe United and Chelsea are the only good 4 teams in the Premier League. The rest are terrible, man. The rest are actually terrible. Like, man, I hate these Premier League fanboys. You got the La Liga, the Serie A looks really nice. The Ligue 1, my favorite league, of course, as a PSG fan. I watch it every week. I mean, like as a PSG fan, I really like. As when I hear all these people, damn, I don't follow this guy. But yeah, as a PSG fan, as someone who watches the league on every week, I like to protect our league. I hate like, and even if I was like watching the La Liga or the Bundesliga, and maybe not the Bundesliga, but if I was watching the La Liga, the Serie A, I'd still hate against the Premier League. Even if I was watching the Premier League, man, the Premier League is such a farmers league. I wouldn't say a farmers league, but like you can't call it the best league of all. I think right now there's not really the best league right now. It's just all pretty even, I have to say. But yeah, I'm really down as a PSG fan. Hopefully, Messi does extend his contract. He's been killing it for us. And I think the reason to extend to 2025, of course, next year's 2023, so 1 year extension, not much. But I think the reason why they want him to extend until 2025 is because Mbappe's contract is until 2024 with an option to extend till 2025. So I think for Mbappe, for PSG to extend Messi until 2025, and then they're gonna say, oh, maybe Mbappe, since Mbappe is only till 2024 and sees that Messi is also till 2025, I'll extend till 2025, play with Messi until 2025, and then leave the club. Or maybe extend again. I don't know what's going on with this Mbappe, all this Mbappe Sega stuff. But anyways, yeah, I really hope this happens. I think Neymar's contract also ends in 2025 or 27. It's just crazy to believe Neymar has been playing more years or more games at PSG than he has at Neymar. Neymar has been playing more games at PSG and more years at PSG than he had at Barcelona. So PSG legend, even though he had a bigger career, a bigger role at Barcelona, PSG legend. But easy said Perry. But yeah, hopefully this happens. Messi, one of our best attacking players, creative players. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, really good as well. But we saw what happened without Messi in the UCL against Benfica. And now that he's back, we've been killing it. So we can see how much of a difference he makes, even with that 4-3-2, 4-3-1-2, that 4-back formation. That's also been like a huge change within the club as well. Yeah, so here is the thing about Fabian Ruiz, guys. Fabian Ruiz, he had a complicated preseason preparation. He arrived quite late, and yeah, I do agree. Late and was out of shape. Yes, I 100% agree. In that first 2 games, he was out of shape, and now he's one of our best. We had spoken with Luis Campos and the player to be patient for him to have time to adapt. Fabian Ruiz has worked a lot to get back to his level. He was always one of the first to arrive at training and often the last to leave. So that's what I love about him. And the thing that makes him more like a good player than what he was at the beginning is Verratti as well. Verratti is such a good player. Fabian Ruiz also coming from Napoli. So Napoli losing not only Kalidou Koulibaly, not Dries Mertens, not Insigne, but also Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz coming from Napoli, which is in Italy. So he spoke Italy, and like of course Verratti is Italian as well. So he got to kind of know how the club know, like be connected with the club. You got Ramos, you got Carlos Soler also coming new. So two Spanish players who are also there to help out um, Fabian Ruiz. But don't think that we have discarded the system with 3 defenders. It is a very good thing to be able to count on 2 different systems. And that is what I talked about, man. This is why I'm like the biggest PSG fan, is because I know our team. Don't call me a fake PSG fan, man. I literally know our team, man. I literally know our team. That like in that game against Benfica, the 3-back did nothing, man. The 3-back, like, it's not the worst formation, but like attackingly, we had no good players in the attack. Maybe you can say the 3-back works only when we have certain players like Nunmenj, Messi, Neymar, and Hakimi all playing, because we need Nunmenj and Hakimi to go out wide in the attack in that 3-back, and that's the only way. And when we don't have Nunmenj or Hakimi, we have to play a 4-back, because otherwise we have no good attacking wide players. So man, like, don't call me a fake PSG fan. I know our team. But yeah, I think we shouldn't discard it. It's just when we don't have players like Nunmenj and Hakimi, we cannot play a 3-back, because then we have no other players who are good attacking wise as a fullback. Ronaldo Sanchez, he faced minor physical problems, but that caused him to lose time compared to his partners in the midfield. We don't have the expected Ronaldo now, but he is a very high level player, and we hope he stays fit. So yeah, hopefully same. I really do hope that he stays fit. Yeah, he did get quite injured in the beginning of the season, so maybe that's why he's not the best compared to Fabian Ruiz, who I thought he would be the best of our midfields, but it might be because of the injury. And then here's the Mbappe leak. So let's talk about Mbappe. And it's only leaked. PSG are saying that this is false, but let's just talk about how crazy this deal is. So let's get a calculator out. So I already know like how to add it, but still. So right now, Mbappe's salary each year is 72 million. He's on a 2-year contract till 2024. So you got 2022/23 season plus 2023/24 season. So you got this here, and then you got a signing bonus of 180 million. So plus 1800000. Now, if Mbappe were to also stay until 2025, he would be also getting another $72 million for another year's salary. So Mbappe making $400 million, that signing bonus, and a 72 million euro per year salary if he stays for 5 years. So 400 million in total up till 2025 for 3 years. If he gets that extension, it would be almost 400 million. Now, here's the rumor: is a loyalty bonus that I think as this one that PSG were saying it's not true. But for PSG in Mbappe's contract has a loyalty bonus. So this loyalty bonus is in this year 2022/23. He has a loyalty bonus of 70 million for being a loyal player, and in 2024 for still being a loyal player, 2023/24 season, he could make another 80 million for being a loyal player. So plus 80 million for his loyalty. And if he decides to yet again extend from the 2024 till 2025, he's gonna get another loyalty bonus of plus 900. So this one is a loyalty bonus every year, but it like goes up. So it fluctuates. It goes up in price for his loyalty. So if this whole thing is true right here, which PSG did say is fake, but I mean, you never know. PSG say a lot of fake stuff, unfortunately. I have to say that as a PSG fan. But if this contract leak is true, Mbappe is making over $500 million. He's making 60% of a billion, 63% of $1 billion in 3 years, man. What the heck, man? This is the biggest contract ever signed by an athlete in the world of sports. Bro, this guy's gonna be one of the richest richest people in the world, just from one club as well. The fact that one club is spending Man, like, how do I feel that we're giving this much money to one player, man? What the heck am I seeing? This is why Liverpool will never be able to sign him. But yeah, that is just crazy. I wanted to note that out. That is crazy. How do I feel about it as a PSG fan? I mean, to give that much, we can be spending so many more on getting players like. What if we get Van Dijk? What if we get Benzema? I know that that's never gonna happen, but I'm just saying we can get players at that value instead of playing what we can get those players. We can buy the whole Real Madrid team value wise. We can buy like each player value wise. We can buy the whole Real Madrid team. We're spending that on one player, man. I think what's that name? Victoria Pleasant, the club here. Victoria Pleasant. I think their whole team is only valued at 25 million. Not even like what is it? Not even 2% of that what Mbappe's leaked salary apparently. So that is crazy. But let's get into these predictions, guys. For tomorrow and Wednesday. RB Leipzig, Chelsea. I mean, after Chelsea's performance, man, what can you expect? I think Chelsea will still win though. Sevilla, Copenhagen. I think they drew the last game, did they not? Oh no, that's City Copenhagen that drew. So Sevilla Copenhagen, I think Sevilla just a stronger team, a bit overrated in the La Liga, but I think they're still the stronger team. In this game here specifically, PSG Maccabi Haifa, of course, easy c'est Paris, PSG. Dortmund City, I think City will win, but I mean Dortmund do like Jude Bellingham, they got Sule, Schlotterbeck, Adeyemi, so I think they might have the passion and might be make it a difficult time for City this time around, rather than that first leg against City. Dinamo Zagreb and AC Milan. I think AC Milan will win here. Benfica, Juventus are a Finnish club. Benfica winning here. Celtic, Shakhtar. We're just gonna make predictions. I don't really want to say like because of this stuff. We'll talk about that in the next episode. Shakhtar versus Celtic. I think Shakhtar will win. I think they're a pretty good club. But I mean Celtic are pretty good. What league are they in? Scottish League, I think. I think they're pretty good. They're a pretty big team in the Scottish League. RB Leipzig, Madrid. I think Madrid obviously gonna win. Inter Milan, Victoria Pleasant. So, see you later, Barcelona, because Inter Milan, if they win this point, if they get even 1 point, Inter Milan, then Barcelona have no way to the Champions League and Barcelona back to Europa League qualification. This is gonna be hilarious. They bought all these 5 players and going back to Europa League. That is hilarious. And if they also lose the La Liga, that's gonna be even more hilarious. So that is that there. So farewell to Barcelona. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye, Barcelona. Goodbye. Da na 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 na. You gotta have all that Europa League music. Club Brugge and Porto. I think Porto are the stronger team. I love Porto in the Liga NOS, like Taremi especially. Not even just Taremi. I think Porto as a team is a really really good team. Frankfurt, Marseille gonna be the stronger team here, so I think Marseille will win. But I don't think Frankfurt are as easy as a team as like Sporting are. So I think Frankfurt might give a challenging time, but I think they haven't been doing the best this season as well. So I think Marseille gonna be going to win this one. Barcelona, Bayern have been killing it in the Bundesliga, but if Barcelona played how they played yesterday, then like maybe they might have a chance. So I'm still gonna say Bayern win, but I'm not saying Barcelona are gonna play terrible. I think they're still gonna play good and might have a chance to draw. But it doesn't really matter. It's up to Inter. If Inter win, even if Inter draw, if we take a look here at the table, if Inter get 1 point, that puts them up to 8 points, and if Barcelona gets 6 points, so Inter need to win. If Inter win the game. I mean, even if Inter Milan win, like, what's the problem with Barcelona not winning? If Barcelona beats Bayern and Victoria Pleasant, Inter beat Bayern and, if Inter loses to if Inter beats Bayern and loses to Victoria Pleasant, that is gonna put Inter Milan at 10 points. Now, if Barcelona somehow manages to beat Bayern Munich and beat Victoria Pleasant, each win is 3 points, so that gives them 2 wins. 2 times 3 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So that puts Inter and Barcelona at 10 points. And then so Barcelona actually, now that I look at it, okay then. So I think even if Inter Milan win this game like against Victoria Pleasant, as long as Barcelona do not lose or do not draw, Barcelona okay, so maybe I was looking at it wrong. Maybe I was saying maybe it was saying that Barcelona have to win to go to the Champions League. Maybe that's what it was saying. Ooh, so that makes it more interesting, guys. Is now it's up to Barcelona. It doesn't really matter if Inter Milan lose. I mean, even if Inter Milan somehow lose, which I doubt they will, it's still up to Barcelona. Barcelona is the main team here who has to win. So that is quite crazy. I did not notice that. Good thing we did take a look there. So, never mind. Hello Barcelona. Welcome back to the Champions League. You might have a chance if you somehow beat Bayern and beat Victoria Pleasant and hope that Inter Milan lose to Bayern, beat Victoria Pleasant and lose to Bayern. Lose, not even draw, lose to Bayern. If Victoria Pleasant lose to or beat Victoria Pleasant and lose, not 1 point, not draw, lose to Bayern, and Barcelona win against Bayern and win against Victoria Pleasant, then they'll both have 10 points in that scenario, and it comes to goal difference. So you never know, man. Let's see what happens. So I have to watch this game. That is a big game now that I see. So yeah, that is a big game. That is a crazy game. So can't wait to see the results there. So yeah, now that I think about it, maybe Bayern or Barcelona will be going all out crazy, and maybe they'll win. Maybe, yeah, I think Barcelona might have a chance. Might have a chance. But yeah, just want to note that. Liverpool Ajax, I think Liverpool, although they have been really, really bad in the Premier League this season, I think they'll still go through. Atletico Leverkusen, I think Atletico might be the stronger team here. Spurs, Sporting, both teams are kind of finished, but I think Spurs are the bigger team over Sporting. Sporting now doing the best this season in the Liga NOS. Like, what are they? Look at Liga NOS table. No, Sporting went up to 4th. I swear Sporting like a few days ago were down somewhere here, but even like still like not really doing the best. Maybe they're doing pretty decent, but like not the strongest team. I think that's Leverkusen who we saw down at the bottom of the league, so of the Bundesliga. But yeah, that is that. I think Sporting still not the strongest team compared to Spurs. Napoli, Rangers, of course, the big boys. Napoli undefeated in Europe and in the Serie A as well. So if we look at here, yeah, Liverpool, Napoli probably going to be winning going into this group here. Yeah, hopefully Porto can beat Club Brugge, and hopefully if Porto win this game, I think it is enough. No ways Atletico will get enough. So I think Club Brugge and Porto are going to be going through here. Damn, Atletico not even beating Club Brugge to go through. Over here, yeah, this is going to be crazy. Can't even wait to see what goes on here. Spurs, I think Spurs and I think Marseille are the stronger team from Sporting. They won the last 2 legs, Marseille versus Sporting in the past 2 legs. Marseille did beat Sporting, so I think Marseille are the stronger team. Chelsea, I think AC Milan could have an opportunity to come back. I'll say Chelsea, AC Milan there. Club Brugge, oh yeah, we got Madrid, maybe Shakhtar Donetsk finally make it through. City and Dortmund, of course, going through there. Yeah, Juventus finished. Benfica, PSG going through there. But yeah, guys, those are my predictions there. We talked about the UCL. Let's end it off with a photo, guys. Talking about PSG, let's start off with Fabian Ruiz, my favorite midfielder for PSG recently. So he is a midfielder. Talking about midfielders, we also mentioned Kevin De Bruyne. Whenever we do these, I like to say players who we mention in the podcast until like the final 3 players. So who else did we mention in the podcast? Kevin De Bruyne as a center mid. So he is in the Premier League. He is a central midfielder. Who else did pretty good this past weekend? Who's a United player? Is what's his name? Is Bruno Fernandes cam? Yeah, he's a cam. How about Eriksen? I think Eriksen, he did pretty good for United this weekend. Not United player, midfielder in the Premier League. Who else did we talk about? Oh, it can't be Italian. There's no like Italian players. Let's try this. What's his name? Bruno Aguirmaz. This guy had a pretty good weekend. We didn't talk about him, but he had a pretty good weekend for Newcastle. Not him. Who's an Arsenal midfielder? Partey? Oh, but he's a CDM. Let's see if it's an Arsenal player. Not the Arsenal player. He could be mudded here. Okay, we talked about Liverpool's midfield, so let's go ahead. Let's try James Milner. James Milner. Not Liverpool, not English, man. What's he? Big Six. Really, it's in the Big Six. City, United, Chelsea. Who did Chelsea have in the midfield? Jorginho. Yeah, we did talk about Jorginho scoring that penalty. So it's a Chelsea player, Chelsea center mid. Oh my ball knowledge comes together. Who's the center mid player for Chelsea? If I could have ball knowledge right now. Who's the other? Oh, the Madrid player. It starts with like a Z. Like an X in it. Come on, what's his name? Not Zlatan, man. Oh my, what is his name, man? What is his name? I forgot his name. He's the he played ex Madrid player. Kovacic. Yes, please be Kovacic. Let's go. Yes, see, I knew it. You guys knew who I was talking about. Yeah, Kovacic. That is his name, guys. That is his name. But yeah, 8 attempts. Whenever I do these, I like to use the players we talked about in the podcast. But yeah, that's gonna end our podcast. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you go check out my personal Instagram, where I post pictures about myself. Like, see, going to the El Clasico, playing San Francisco, yeah, the El Clasico yet again, Las Vegas over here. Yeah, piano videos. I did piano at least in the past. Of course, the FIFA Flow podcast, the main Instagram where I post every time we have a podcast. And then of course the home of the FIFA Flow podcast. Hoping to like be more interactive on the website. But yeah, make sure you have it saved somewhere, because even if I do not post it here, you can go to the Instagram and then wrong Instagram. You can go to the Instagram, you can see, oh, did I post it? And then it might be here as well. But like, you have access to everything related to the FIFA Flow podcast on this website. So make sure you go check that out. I think next video might be on Friday, talking about the Champions League. But yeah, just make sure you hopefully I'll upload that one on the website, and then also on my Instagram as well. So check out on both of them. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. For now, stay positive, stay happy, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace.